श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Is the volume okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, very low volume from your side.
Very low. Okay. Hare Krishna. Is it better now or is it still low, Mataji?
Little bit better, Prabhu, not much.
Achha.
I'm sorry.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is it better
Little
now?
better, Prabhu, means problem to hear, Prabhu. Little better now.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Perfect, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. So we will quickly chant the Damodar Astakam, dear devotees. We'll start off by chanting the Damodar Astakam. नमामीश्वरं सचेत् आनन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् यशोदाभियो लाघवमानो परामृष्टमाद्यं ततो धृत्य गोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्र युग्मं मृजन्तं कराम्भोजयो सा टङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकं पात्रीरेखाङ्ककण्ठ स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिवर्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम्. The screen can be moved, Mataji, along with the singing. तदीयेषितज्ञेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतास्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरे शादते इदं ते वपुनाथो गोपालबालं सदा मे मनस्थिरास्तं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजम् अत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्ब रक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरास्तामलं लक्षलाभे नमो देवदामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जालादिमग्नं कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यति दीनं बतानो गृहाणेशमामज्ञम् एद्यक्षिदृश कुबेरात्मजौ बद्ध मूर्त्यैव याद्वा त्वया मोचितो भक्तिभाजौ कृतो च
तथा प्रेम भक्ति स्वखा में प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो में स्थित दामोदरे तथा प्रेम भक्ति स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरे नमस्ते स्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथा विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमोऽनन्त लीलाय देवाय तोभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमोऽनन्त लीलाय देवाय तोभ्यम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चित् आनन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्रजमानम् अङ्गश्यामलिमाछटाभिरवितो मन्दीकृतेन्दीवरम् जाड्यं जागुडरोचिषां विदधतां पट्टम्बरस्य श्रिय बृन्दारण्यविलासिनीं मृदिलसद्दामाभिरामोदरम् राधास्कन्दनिवेशितोज्ज्वलभुजं ध्यायेम दामोदरम् गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna everyone. So today is day 4 where we are discussing the fourth verse out of the 8 verses of Satyavrat Rishi's very famous Damodar Astakam. So let us screen share. We can kindly screen share the fourth verse, Mataji, and then we will go first through the words of the fourth verse, and then we will see much more in the discussion. Varam deva moksham na mokshavadhim va na chanyam vrineham vareshadapeha idam te vaponatha gopal balam sada me manasya virastham kiman. So we can see till now in the first 3 verses, Satyavrat Rishi has only glorified Krishna. In the first verse, the Kriyapad is Namami. He bows down. And that same Namami Kriyapad verbal root goes in the second verse and in the third verse. So I bow down. The screen share can continue kindly.
Sorry.
So in the first verse, Namami Ishwaram Sachitananda Rupam. So we mentioned how Satyavrat Rishi is offering obeisances to the Aishwaryamay Murti of the Lord, his form, Lasat Kundalam, his swinging earrings, Gokule Bhrajamanam, the beautiful dham of Gokul, Yashoda. Now this is the Prema Vaishishtya. First he talks about the Rupa Vaishishtya, the speciality of the form, and then he talks about the Dhama Vaishishtya, which is the speciality of Gokul. Then now he's speaking about the Prema Vaishishtya, Leela Vaishishtya, Parikar Vaishishtya, all three put together. Prema Vaishishtya means Bhakti Baddham, he gets bound up. Leela Vaishishtya means Bhyad Ulu Khala Dhavamanam. Out of fear, he's running away from Mother Yashoda. And who is the Parikar? Who is the dear associate who's being described? Maya Yashoda herself. In the first verse, one more wonderful thing that we can see is Mother Yashoda has been described as Yashoda in the third line and then Gopya in the fourth. It's very interesting. Krishna, generally in this world, we can see when we do some mistake at home, we're forgiven and we don't have to be afraid. But when we make a mistake outside, then we are more we are more embarrassed and we have to be forgiven, and then we get scared, etc. But for Krishna, it's exact opposite. Outside, he can do whatever drama he wants, and he can eat whatever he wants, and he can throw his attitude. And even if he's caught, he can lie and cheat and really care nothing for any of the complaints and still continue to cheat. But at home, when he does something, then Mother Yashoda makes him run for his life. So therefore, Yashoda has been kept as a standout from the Gopi camp. In the second verse, we can see Rudantam muhur netram yugmam netra yugmam mrijantam karam bhoja yugmena sa atanka netram. Those eyes which are filled with terror, Krishna with his two palms is rubbing those two eyes. Rudantam, as he is crying. Muhuhu, again and again. And muhu shwasa, because of quick breathing. Muhu shwasa kampa, and trembling. Trireka anka, kanthasthita graivam. The pearl necklace, which is on the neck, which is shaped like the three lines on the neck of the conch shell, that is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. Why is all this happening? Sthita graiva Damodara bhakti baddham, because he is bound by bhakti, by Mother Yashoda. Therefore, O Damodar, to all of this beautiful details of the pastime, aham namami. Then in the third verse, he says, iti drik, pastimes like this, vatsalya, my sweet baby pastimes like this, swa lila bihi, Krishna, with your own sweet pastimes, what do? Nimajjantam, you drown. Whom? Swaghosham, your whole abode of Gokul in Ananda Kund, in pools of Ananda, joy. And you perform these pastimes only for one reason, Akhya Payantam, to tell everyone a message. Tell whom? Tadiya Ishitadnyeshu, to those personalities, Tadiya, who worship you, Ishitadnyeshu, who know your Ishitatva, which means your Aishwarya. ईश्वर से शब्द आता है ऐश्वर्य. ईश्वरता नहीं होता, ऐश्वरता होता है, ऐश्वर्य हो जाता है. The opulence of being the all opulent Lord, right? So those who worship you, considering you to be God, to all of them, this pastime is proclaiming loudly that bhaktaihi jitatvam, Krishna is one only by sweet devotion, and therefore punaha, premataha, with love, my Lord, again and again, tam, unto you, shata avritihi, hundreds and hundreds of times, aham vande, aham tvam vande, I bow down to you. After bowing down, generally you see when we bow down to superiors, they will give some ashirvad, they'll give some blessing. So that's exactly what's happening. In the fourth verse, the verse starts with varam. Varam means benediction or boon. So Satyavrat Rishi, 3 verses, he's bowing down to Damodar. So Damodar, as the Supreme Lord, he's saying, I will give you any benediction that you like. You're offering obeisances to me 3 verses, so I will give you 3 benedictions, 1 per verse. In the first verse, because you consider me to be God, I will give you moksha. I will give you freedom from suffering. In the second verse, because you have understood me to be very, very loving to my devotees, therefore, not just moksha, freedom from problems in this world, I will give you my eternal abode of Vaikuntha. And in the third verse, because you say that I give pleasure to my devotees around, and I have taught that worshipping Krishna as a devotee in the mood of the residents of Braja is way higher than just fearing him and worshipping him, because you have understood this mood of mine. Therefore, if you have any other benediction also, extra, I'm ready to give you. So that's the mood of Damodar in this verse. And Satyavrat Rishi is cancelling all these 3 offers in this 4th verse. So he says, Varam, as far as benediction is concerned, Deva. Now Deva here is Sambodhanatmak. Sambodhanatmak means when you call someone by the name. Like, Hey Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. All of this are Sambodhan. Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda, Hey Hare, Hey Murare, Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Jivhe Pibaswamrita Deva, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. Govinda, Damodara, Madhava. All these names are Sambodhan, to call out with affection. In Sanskrit, Sambodhanatmak call means like, Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda, Pukar. Hriday ki pukar. This is the call. So here the word used is Deva. Deva. What does the word Deva mean? The word Deva has two meanings. Meaning number one, for those outside Braja, the meaning of the word Deva means he who is the source of all demigods. He who is very effulgent. The word Deva comes from the root word Div, Div Dhatu. So from Div, you have words like Divya, divine. In English, the word divine comes from the Sanskrit word Div. Divya se aata hai divine. Div also gives rise to another word which is called Divi, which means in heaven. Divi va bhuvi va mamastu vaso narake va narakantaka prakamam avadhirita sharadaravindo maranaute marane charanaute marane pichint yami. My Lord, diviva bhuviva mamastu vaso. Whether you send me to heaven or you keep me on earth, narakeva narakantaka prakamam, or you send me to naraka, hell, I have no problem. Avadhi rita sharadara vindo charanaute marane pichintayami. Provided you sign a contract that at the time of death I will remember your lotus feet. You can send me wherever you want on the contract that at the time of death, let me remember your lotus feet. So the devotee is trying to trap the Lord. Because if you try to remember the lotus feet of the Lord, yam yam api smaran bhavam, whatever you think is what you will attain. Now Krishna doesn't live in hell, or he doesn't live in heaven or on earth. He lives in Golok Vrindavan. So if someone remembers Krishna at the time of death and Krishna sends them to hell, oh, that's, big chi tutu in Golok Vrindavan. Krishna, what kind of Lord are you? They are remembering you and you're sending them to hell. So Kulashekar Alvar has very beautifully, magically, black magicked the Supreme Lord. He has done a lot of blackmail to the black magic of Braja. Krishna is the black magic, Kala Jadu, with a pun intended. So Varam, as far as the benediction is concerned, O Deva, the word Deva for those outside Braja means he who's effulgent, the source of all demigods. But in Braja, the word Deva means very playful. Krishna who's very playful. So both these meanings are applicable here. O all effulgent Lord, all powerful Lord, or the all playful Lord in Braja. Varam, as far as boons are concerned, you offered me three. One is moksham, liberation from all problems. And second, you offered Vaikuntha, which is called moksha avadhi, the highest limit of moksha. And the third thing that you offered, any other benediction. So ek karke, one after another, I reject all these three proposals. So Varam Deva, oh my Lord, as far as boons are concerned, moksham na, I don't want freedom from any problems. And na moksha avadhim. So the word na can go with moksham. Moksham na, no freedom from problems. And then the word na can also go with the next word, na moksha avadhim. I don't want freedom from problems, and I don't want life in Vaikuntha. And then the third, na cha anyam vrine aham. Vrine means desire. Na cha and anyam. I don't desire anything else. Anya means something else. Na anyam means nothing else. Na cha anyam vrine aham. I don't desire anything else from who? Vara ishat. Vara means boon, and Ishat, Isha means the Lord. O giver of boons, from you, I don't desire any boons. I don't desire to be free from all problems in this world. I don't desire to go to Vaikuntha. I don't desire any other thing except one thing. What is that? Iha. See, there after Vareshad, Vara Ishad, from you, O Lord of the giver of the boons, Api, also, Iha is the word. Iha means Atra, Vraje. Here in Braja, I have only one desire. Let me live here in Braja, and idam te vapuhu. This form of yours, vapu means body and idam means this, te means yours. This form of yours, Nath. Nath is another Sambodhan. O Lord, as Gopala Balam, as a baby form, Sada, eternally, me manasi, in my heart, Avir. the word Avirbhav, which means appearance. May this form of yours as Bal Gopal eternally, Sada, may Manasi, in my heart, Avir, may it appear. And if I get this, Iha, here in Braja, living here in Braja, externally seeing you at the same time in my heart, seeing your form, then Astam, Kim Anyaihi, then what other desire will I have if this desire is fulfilled? Did everybody understand? Varam, as far as benediction, O Deva, O Lord, moksham na moksha avadhim, na cha anyam brine aham. I don't want freedom from problems. I don't want to live in Vaikuntha. I don't want fulfillment of any other desire. From whom? Vara Ishad, from you, the master of the giver of all boons. But I have one thing. Iha, apiha. You see the word apiha? There it has two words, api plus iha. So there iha means here in Braja. My only desire is here in Braja, idam te, this form of yours, Vapuhu, Natha, O my Lord, as Gopala Balam, as a sweet loving child of Mother Yashoda, Sada me manasi, Hamesha Hamesha ke liye mere manas patal par, mere hriday ke rit kamal par, on the lotus of my heart, Avir Bhut rahe. May it appear in my heart, and if this is fulfilled, Astam Kim Anyahi, then what else is left to ask? So that's the meaning of the fourth verse. Now let's start our discussion. As far as the glory of the fourth verse is concerned, we'll see what our acharyas have written in this regard. Yesterday we were discussing the sweet, wonderful pastimes of baby Gopal with Mother Yashoda in Braja. And there's no end to how much can be discussed in this regard. Vrindavan is a wonderful place. In fact, Srimad Bhagavatam describes Gopi bhi sthobito nrityat Bhagavan balavat kvachit udgayati kvachit mugdhas tadvasho daru yantravat. Bhagavatam describes Gopi bhi sthobito anrityat. Sometimes for the entertainment, tobam, for the entertainment of the gopis, anrityat, Krishna would be made to dance. Shesh, Mahesh, Ganesh, Dinesh, Suresh, Jahi Nirantara Gave, Yahi Anadi Ananta Akhanda Abhed Ached Suved Batave, Narad Se Shuk Vyas Rate Chipau Panu Punipar Na Pave, Tahi Ahir Ki Chohariya, Chachiya Varchach Pe Nach Nachave. This is the glory of Brajmandal. Raskhanji writes, Krishna, he is glorified outside Braja by all the demigods. All the demigods glorify Krishna. And not just glorify, they are writing stuti and stava. They are writing stotras. And all the pure devotees, they are chanting Nam. And the Vedas, they have written chapter after chapter about whom? Krishna. And that same Krishna in Braja, Gopi bhi sthobito nrityam. Chachiya bar chachipe nach nachave. The gopis, the motherly gopis are asked by Bal Gopal, can I get little buttermilk? And the motherly gopis say, nothing comes free in Braja. Jaisi karni, vaisi bharni. You have to sow, you have to give some price. What are you ready to give? Krishna said, I'm ready to give anything. The gopis said, we don't want anything. You just dance for some time. Krishna said, if I dance, will I get? The gopi said, yes. Every 5 minutes that you dance, you will get 1 cup. Krishna said, that's amazing. So then Krishna said, so as much as I dance, so many cups? The motherly gopi said, yes. Krishna said, that's a good proposal. Then he said, but then how will I know how many minutes I'm dancing? The gopis said, every 5 minutes that you dance, we will take a little cow dung ball. Out of cow dung, we'll make a small ball and we will stick it to your cheek. And whenever you get tired, we will count the number of cow dung balls on your face and so many cups we will give you. How about that? Krishna said, sounds like a great idea. And Krishna starts dancing all his transcendental bowl dance steps with all the facial expressions and hand mudras. Krishna's dancing and spinning and looking at all the gopis, and they're also clapping and entertained, and they're coming again and again with the cowherd balls. And in no time, one very naughty motherly gopi says, Krishna, wash your face. Look, Mother Yashoda is coming. She did makeup, and look, your face is filled with cow dung. Wash your face. She's coming. And Krishna, in scare, he takes some water and he washes his face. Is it gone? Is it gone? And all the motherly gopis are saying, yes, it's gone. All the buttermilk is gone. All the buttermilk that you're going to gain is gone. Krishna said, why? The motherly gopi said, depending on the number of counting balls on your face, so many cups, that was decided. Krishna said, I have so many. Where's all this? Where's Mother Yashoda? They said, oh, we just tricked you. There is no Mother Yashoda. Krishna gets very angry. He said, I danced 45 minutes for your pleasure. And now when you didn't want to give me, you made up a story that Mother Yashoda is coming. And you make me wash my face. Now I have no proof. The motherly gopi said, the rule was very simple. As many number of cowdung balls on your face, so many cups you get. Now you count and you tell us how many balls of cowdung dots do you have on your face. Cowdung dots. Krishna said, I have none. And the motherly gopi said, see, this is how it is. Krishna said, but that day is not very far. When I will become so strong, I will just pick up the whole bucket of buttermilk and I will run away and you will not be able to catch me. The motherly gopi said, जा जा देखते हैं, वो दिन जब आएगा तब हम देख लेंगे. हवे की बात मत कर, जा. यशोदा का लाला बहुत बोलने लगा. चलो चलो चलते बनो. The motherly gopis are having so much fun. Raskhanji says, this is the glory of Braj Mandal. He says, I came searching for God in this land. In fact, I want to screen share if that's okay with you all. I'm going to show you something exciting. I'm getting tempted to. Just give me a minute. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Let me know if you're able to see my screen, okay? Are you able to see my screen? Okay. Raskhanji has written this, such beautiful poetry. धूरी भरे अति शोभित श्याम जुतैसी बनी शिर सुंदर चोटी खेलत खात फिरे अंगना पग पैजनी बाजती पीरी कचोटी वा छवि को रस खानी बिलोकत भारत काम कला निधि कोटी काग के भाग बड़े सजनी हरि हाथ से ले गयो माखन रोटी. Raskhanji is writing, धूरी भरे, धूरी means धूली, dust. भरे means भर जाना. Dhuri bhare ati shobhit shyamaju. When Krishna as a child is filled with the dust of Braja on his body. And when he looks from head to toe filled with the dust of Braja, ati shobhita. He looks very beautiful. And taisi bani sir sundara choti. And look how beautiful Mother Yashoda has tied the hair bun on the top. He has a nice top knot. And khelat khat phire angana pag pejani bajiti piri kachoti. And he is eating with one hand and running around naked as a little baby in his courtyard. But what's happening? He has ankle bells on his feet and they are ringing. And sometimes he also has a yellow dhoti. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes he's Mother Yashoda will tie. But most of the times baby Gopal is running naked in his courtyard. Piri kachoti, he's having a yellow dhoti. So in the courtyard of your heart, please envision this very beautiful scene where you have Krishna in Nanda Bhavan, filled with the dust of Braja, and he has a very beautiful choti on the head. And he's running around playing and also eating in the middle. And the ankle bells are ringing of baby Gopal, and he's having yellow cloth. Va chhavi ko rasikhani bilokat bharat kam kala nidhi koti. This form is so beautiful, Raskhanji writes, that to look at this, millions and millions of cupids line up. And when they're lining up to see the form of Krishna, what do they see? Krishna is talking to some friend and eating something at the same time, and the crow of Braja is looking. For that opportune moment, when Krishna is having something in his hand and talking to his friends, that's when the crow of Braja comes and picks the food from Krishna's hand. That is called Kag. Kak, which means the crow. Kag ke bhag bade sajni. Hey Sakhi, Raskhanji writes, all glory to that crow. Hari haath so le gayo makhan roti. Who has stolen away from the hands of the thief. This is Braja. Have you ever heard something like this in Vaikuntha? You will never be able to. Even Brahmaji cannot in his own lifespan. Dhuri bhare ati shobhit sham jutaisi bani sir sundara choti khelat khat phire angana pag pejani bajiti piri kachoti. Va chaviko rasikhani bilokat varat kam kalani di koti. Kaag ke bhag bade sajni hari haath se le gayo makhan roti. Brajmandal ki. This is the glory of Vrindavan. This is the glory of Vrindavan. So therefore, the Sakhis in the Bhagavatam, they have very beautifully written, Gopi bhi sthobhito nritya, that Krishna for us, for our entertainment, he can dance. Bhagavan, balavat kvachit, although he is Bhagavan, as if a child, he is behaving with the motherly gopis. And udgayati kvachit, and sometimes he is singing, he's clapping with his eyes closed and he's singing for the entertainment of the gopis, motherly gopis. And mugdastad vasho daru yantra. Daru yantravat means as if a puppeteer is controlling a wooden puppet. That is how the motherly gopis, through the strings of their love, are controlling this wooden puppet called Gopala Bhala. Vibharti kvachid ajñaptaha pitakon man padukam bahu kshemam cha kurute swanam cha priti mavahan. Bhagavatam describes, sometimes the motherly gopis tell Krishna, can you go and bring that wooden seat? And Krishna, he slams his arms. Bahu kshemam, it is described. Sometimes he will make sound by slapping his thighs, and sometimes by slapping his arms. Bhagavatam says this. You can read this. Canto 10, of course, Krishna Lila. Canto 10, chapter 11, I think 7, 8, and 9. You can see how beautifully Krishna, Bahu kshemam. The motherly gopis will say, can you bring those shoes from there? And Krishna will start doing this. And then he will go there and they say, bahut bhari hai, I cannot lift this. The motherly gopis will say, क्यों नौटंकी करता है फिर? यहाँ से ऐसे ऐसे करके फिर वहां जाके पादुका भी नहीं उठा पाता. You know, you're slamming your arms. By the way, it's hurting for me. I'm, I think, doing too much. Krishna slamming his arms and his thighs. And he goes there and he can't even lift up a wooden seat or wooden slippers. And then he tells the motherly gopis, I think I'm too tired. I am not able to lift. Darshayam stad vidam loka atmano bhritya vashyatam. To show the world bhritya vashyatam, how he's controlled by the strings of love. Vrajasya uvaha vai harsham bhagavan bala cheshtitaihi. Although he is Bhagavan, bala cheshtitai, through his childlike, beautiful, wonderful pastimes, he shows the whole world that bhritya vashyatam. Although he's the Supreme Lord, he's controlled by pure devotees. And for them, he's ready to do anything. For the motherly gopis, Krishna is ready to do anything. Therefore, Satyavrat Rishi says, if this I can get in my life, I don't need any freedom from any problems. I don't need to go to Vaikuntha. I don't need any other desire. Bas hai Prabhu, आप मुझे भी अपने गण में शामिल कर दो. आप जब बाल चेष्टाएं, बहुत सुंदर अद्भुत बाल्य लीलाओं का प्रदर्शन करे, हे प्रभु, उसका फ्रंट सीट का टिकट मुझे भी करा देना. I don't need any other benediction. Please give me the benediction that may I see this form of yours in Braja, where freely you're having loving, sweet pastimes with your sweet, loving associates. This is all that I want. I don't want anything else. Vrindavan is a very beautiful place, dear devotees. If someone can get residence in eternal abode of Vrindavan, then you can see there is no need to go to any Vaikuntha. There's absolutely no need, because Vrindavan has everything. In the glories of Vrindavan Dham, actually not even going to the whole of Brajmandal. If you just talk about the banks of the Jamuna, you can see there are 24 ghats on the banks of Jamuna. And each ghat has a specific pastime. It has a specific Mahatmya. Like, for example, there is a ghat, there's a tirtha on the banks of the Jamuna. It is called as Vignaraj Tirtha. And that is the eternal place of Lord Ganesh. Vignaraj. He is sitting there and doing bhajan, remembering Krishna's pastimes in Braja. There's another place called as Koti Tirtha. Koti Tirtha is a place where, by being in that place and remembering Krishna, we get the benefit of giving 10 million cows in charity. 10 million cows in charity. There's another ghat on the banks of Jamuna. It's called as the Dashashwamedha Ghat. That's the place where Brahmaji performed Ashwamedha sacrifice, horse sacrifice, to 10 different horses, and bathed in the Jamuna there. And that's the place where even Narad Muni and the 4 Kumaras have done bhajan. Then there is another place on the banks of the Jamuna. It is called as the Nagatirtha. Nagatirtha is the eternal place of Anantashesh. And Anantashesh eternally lives there. And it is from there, when Vasudeva was crossing the Jamuna, Anantashesh came and he protected from the back while crossing. This is our Brajmanda. There's another place on the banks of the Jamuna. It's called as the Krishna Ganga Ghat. Krishna Ganga Ghat. That's the place where Saraswati meets the Jamuna secretly. And this is the birthplace of Vyasadeva. And this is the place where Vyasadeva composed Srimad Bhagavatam. There's another ghat called as the Rishi Tirtha on the banks of the Jamuna. That's where the Naranarayan Rishi eternally live and they do bhajan. Even Vaikuntha doesn't have so many places like our Braja. So many beautiful, wonderful places. Then there is a Bodhi Tirtha. Bodhi Tirtha is the place where eternally Buddha lives. And what is he doing? He's doing Prema Bhakti. He gave up his thoughts that he preaches, and he preaches pure devotion here. It is described Ravana did bhajan here in Treta Yuga. And because it is the eternal place of Buddha, Ravana worshipped the form there in Treta Yuga and became convinced of the mood that God has no form and that he's just Shakti. And this is why when Ravana ruled Lanka, that same conception became very famous. Even till this very day, Buddhism is very prominent in Lanka. And this is why when Sri Ram came, he couldn't recognize, because he felt God has no form. And because he felt God is only Shakti, when he saw Sita, he chased her because she is the supreme abode of Shakti. So by killing that Ravan, Sri Ramchandra taught everyone that God has a form. Don't have this conception, this mood of enjoying the energy of the Lord without the Lord. So if someone enjoys material nature and is godless, that is Ravana mentality, because you're enjoying material nature, Sita, and you have nothing to do with Ram. So in this way, our Brajmandal has so many wonderful. There is a Prayag Raj Tirtha. That's the place where Prayag himself comes and does bhajan. People go to Prayag to be purified, but Prayag comes to our Brajmandal to get purified. One time Krishna was playing with his friends and he saw a person dressed in black dress on a black horse, and this person was very dirty. And Krishna asked him, "Who are you?" He said, "I am Prayag." Tirtha, Prayag, the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. Krishna said, "Then why are you like this and what are you doing here?" He said, "Well, I have become completely dirty because people come and throw their sins into me." Krishna said, "Then why you're here?" He said, "Because I have come here to purify myself." People go to Prayag to purify themselves, but Prayag comes to Braja to purify himself. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Satyavrat Rishi says, so therefore, Varam Deva Moksham na Moksha Avadhimva. Moksha Avadhi means Vaikuntha. Say, I don't want to go to Vaikuntha. If I go to Vaikuntha, I cannot see these Balya Leela. I will have to see the Lord with his Sashanka Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Saditra Vastram Sarasiru Hekshanam with Shanka Chakra Gada Padma. He said, but I want to see the Balya Cheshta, Balya Leela Manoharam, these beautiful baby pastimes. So therefore, I don't want anything. Iha, either this place in Braja, idam te vapu nath gopala balam. Oh Nath, this body in this beautiful form of yours as Bal Gopal. Sada me manasi avir astham ki manya. May this form be in my heart. I don't want anything else. One time Mother Yashoda told Krishna to bring a baby calf, because baby calves are very difficult to handle. So they're always jumping here and there, and their tails are moving. Wherever they find little grass, they're running. So Krishna is also like that. He's also running here, there, everywhere. So Mother Yashoda said, let me put him into some constructive work. So Krishna, you go and get that calf from there. So Krishna went, and he wanted to come home quickly. So he told the calf, Chalo, let's go home. Calf said, no, I'm not coming. Krishna said, oh. The calf said, I'm not coming. What did Krishna do? He caught the tail of the calf and he started dragging the calf. And the calf said, no, I'm not coming. But Krishna is so attractive. Now the calf started to let loose, and slowly Krishna was dragging the calf. Dragging. Suddenly, as Krishna was dragging and he was coming home, in the neighbor's house, he saw a butter pot hanging. Krishna let go of that calf and ran to that butter pot. The calf ran away. And Krishna is found hanging on that butter pot. Maya, look where I am stuck. Mother Yashoda said, you were supposed to go there. How come you're found here? Krishna said, actually, I was pulling the calf from the tail. But then I saw this pot, then I got distracted. I went to the pot and the calf ran away. So I didn't get butter and I didn't get calf. And now I'm stuck on the top. You please help me. Mother Yashoda said, okay, come down. Don't misbehave like this next time. Krishna crosses all limits. It is described Krishna would go and find the most dangerous things around. Like he wants to touch the most sharpest thing. So he will go and see the bulls which have the sharpest horns. And he will go and try to place his palms on the top of the horns of the bulls. And seeing that, Mother Yashoda will run, Are Lala, what are you doing? Krishna would say, I'm seeing how sharp the horns of the bulls are. Mother Yashoda said, don't you want to touch something softer like butter? Krishna said, yeah, that is okay. Now you go play with the butter pot. Don't touch the sharp horns of a bull. Sometimes when Mother Yashoda would take him away from the horns of a bull, then Krishna would crawl to fire. He said, look, orange butter. And he's crawling, thinking this is orange butter, trying to put his hand inside. Mother Yashoda said, this is neither orange nor is this butter. Get out. No, don't touch. And if he doesn't find fire and he wants something even more exciting, he will try to put his hand into the mouth of monkeys to see how sharp their teeth is. And sometimes Nanda Baba would have swords in their home, big sharp swords, because in village you need, as the king, of course, Nanda Baba is so soft-hearted, he may not even know how to use a sword, but he still keeps it to, if there's a wild animal which comes to attack the cow, then to use. So if that is there, Krishna will go and check how sharp the sword is. Or if there's a snake somewhere found, Krishna will go and lay down on the snake, because he's practiced that a lot in Vaikuntha, but the Brajbasis don't know that. So they will see Krishna near the snake, and then Mother Yashoda would get Gopal back. Say, why are you going close to the snake? Why are you going close to the snake? And as Krishna would leave, the snake will come behind Krishna. When Yashoda said, you go that side, I'm checking my Krishna. Krishna will say, snake, my friend. And Mother Yashoda said, he's not your friend. And try him again. And sometimes Krishna would find water and he doesn't know to swim. So he will tell Mother Yashoda, I want to swim in the water. Mother Yashoda will say, come on, stop. You don't even know. Don't touch the water. You don't know to swim. At Yashoda Kund in Nandagram, Mother Yashoda goes to bathe. And she will keep her clothes on the banks and also keep Krishna on top. And she will tell Krishna, in 2 minutes, I will bathe and come. Okay, just sit here. He will say, okay. And as Mother Yashoda starts getting deeper into water, Krishna will say, Maya! And he'll start coming into the water. Now he doesn't know to swim. He may tumble inside. So Mother Yashoda again comes swimming back to the banks and say, no, you sit here. You don't come. Okay, Krishna will say, okay, I will not come. Then Mother Yashoda will swim into the water. Maya, don't leave me. I am also coming. And Mother Yashoda will say, you will not let me swim. You will not let me bathe. So then she will take Krishna in one hand. Then she'll go inside and give him a dip also. And then he's very happy. Sometimes Krishna would find thorns and he would put it down and he would say, I want to walk on those thorns. Krishna, Mother Yashoda will say, stop. How do you find so much dangerous things to do? Why would you want to walk on these thorns? Little did she know that Krishna has come actually to uproot the thorns of Mother Earth. Jayatu Jayatu Prithvi Bharanasho Mukundaha. Krishna has come as Mukunda to uplift the burden of Mother Earth by removing all the thorns like Kamsa. So wonderful. Krishna in his baby form is most attractive. One time Krishna and Balaram, they wanted to pick some red flowers, little babies. But these red flowers were covered by some thorns. Generally, as you see, rose may have some thorns. So there are some red flowers and they're covered by thorns. So Krishna and Balaram, what did they do? Balaram lifted and Krishna ran inside. Now Balaram said, now you hold, I will come. Krishna said, okay. Then he held and Balaram came inside. I hope everyone's understanding. The red flowers are inside and they're covered by some thorns. So you have to push the thorns aside so that you can go inside. But as soon as you go, the thorns come back. So Krishna and Balaram, they decided, you help me, then I will help you. So Balaram held the thorns and Krishna went inside. Then now Krishna will hold and Balaram will come. So as soon as both of them came inside, they picked all the red flowers and then they saw the thorns. And little did it strike to them that they have to do the same thing to get out. They both held each other's hand and said, we are stuck inside. We don't know how to come out. We are stuck. Mama, mommy, look, just for the little red flowers, we are stuck here. And Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini have to come and they have to lift all the thorns and go inside, pick Krishna and Balaram. How did you enter? Krishna and Balaram would say, by lifting the thorns. So the Mother Yashoda would say, that's exactly you had to do to get out also. Krishna said, oh, I didn't know. Bala cheshtitaihi. Ittam satam brahma sukha anubhutya dasyam gatanam naradaivatena maya shritanam naradarakena sakham vijahuru krita punya punjaha. When Krishna plays with his friends, Shukdev Goswami says, these friends of Krishna, they have transmigrated over lifetimes doing bhajan before they have got this chance to play so sweetly with Krishna. So Satyavrata Rishi, after seeing these sweet pastimes, he says, my Lord, this is all that I want in my life. I don't want anything else. Just give me this and let me live in Braja. I don't want anything else. Mamastu vrindavana eva vasa. Mamastu vrindavana eva vasa. Mamastu vrindavana eva vasa. Mamastu vrindavana eva vasa. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written a whole Vrindavan Astakam. That Mama Astu Vrindavana Eva Vasa. May I eternally only live in Braja. I don't want to go anywhere. ब्रज त्यज के मैं कहीं नहीं जाऊं, रसिक संतन के दर्शन पाऊं, जग से प्रीति हटाई, राधा नाम परम सुखदाई. Acharyas in Braja have written that giving up Braja, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to live here, live with the association of high-class Vaishnavas, chant the holy name, be detached. One fine day have darshan of these sweet pastimes reflect in the courtyard of my heart. This is the glory of Braja. Our acharyas have prayed like this. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavitamam jagati shakamaye mama janmani janmani ishware bhavatad bhakti rahaitu kitvai. Sachinandan Gaurahari has said the same thing. Nothing temporary. मांगना हो तो सबसे बड़े profitable चीज मांगे, हम छोटी मोटी क्यों मांगे? If we want to ask Krishna, we'll ask the highest profitable thing. Why will we ask him temporary things? When we can ask him for his revelation of his sweetness in our heart, then why should we ask for anything less? Prabhupada would say that if the queen comes, along with the queen, all the maidservants come. So if you ask for Krishna and the entrance of these pastimes in the heart, along with that, all the small benedictions come along. We don't have to worry. With that, we'll pause here for today. That's the meditation on the fourth verse. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Tomorrow we will see what nectar the fifth verse of Damodar Astakam has in store for us. Radha Damodar ki jai, Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Urja Vrat Kartik Maas ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam.
Hari Hari Bol Prabhuji. Thank you very much Prabhuji for today's very nectarian lecture on the fourth verse of the Damodar Astakam. The various blissful pastime of Lord Krishna and his childhood with Mother Yashoda were also very delightful. Thank you very much Prabhuji once again for today's nectarian class. So Prabhuji, do you have a time for question answer session or we have to wrap up today's call?
Sure, Mataji, about 5 minutes we can have.
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji. So I request to everyone, we can take only 2 questions. So because Prabhuji is very busy and it's very late from Prabhuji's side also. So if you have any questions, so please just raise your hand. Dasa Ranu Dasi Mataji, please unmute yourself. Mataji, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, I had this question that as I am a beginner sadhaka, my voice is audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, as I am a very beginner sadhak, actually the material things which we used to previously enjoy, those desires are exhausted. But the problem is that even the spiritual desires, like even we do not enjoy the spiritual bliss and we don't enjoy the material things, so we get a lot frustrated and our sadhana is not complete. Could you please guide how to concentrate, how to keep constant in our sadhana?
Hear Krishna Katha and keep going. Don't worry. When we climb up the mountain, first half we have to keep climbing. After that, even with little energy, you can run down very easily. So we are at this stage. So little we have to cycle up. Even if it is painful, we have to cycle up. And then after the stage of Nishtha or Ruchi, you can see even if you let go of the pedal, the bicycle will come. That is where the taste develops. So till then, little abhyas is needed.
Prabhuji, please prefer.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Shanti Mataji, please unmute yourself. Hari Bol. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. I'm staying in Tamil Nadu, but here is in Hindi Bhadrapad Mahina chal raha hai, but in North you said Kartik Mas. How is the difference between here and there? I can't understand.
Different calendars will have different calculations. So you can follow one and you can be steady on that. You can follow all the festivals according to one calendar.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Priya Mataji, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
यशोदा मैया मतलब उनके पहले जन्म में क्या पुण्य किए थे कि उनको कृष्ण उनके बेटे बने? उनके
Maya
पास
Yashoda, Maya Yashoda eternally is Krishna's mother. It is like saying, what has Krishna done to become God? There is no past life of Mother Yashoda. She is an eternal associate of Krishna. Mother Yashoda is eternally Krishna's mother. She never did anything to become Krishna's mother. Nanda Baba and Maya Yashoda are eternal parents. But Vasudeva and Devaki, they had past lives. They did bhajan and they got the fortune. But Mother Yashoda is eternally Krishna's mother as Mother Yashoda. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Ritika Mataji, please unmute yourself.
Prabhuji, I have to ask something about the Kanthi Mala and Tilak. वन ऑफ योर लेक्चर्स मैंने आपसे सुना था कि आपने अभी थोड़े दिनों पहले एक घंटे का लेक्चर लिया था कंठी माला और तिलक पे। तो मैं धारण नहीं करती हूँ क्योंकि मेरे घर पे अलाउड नहीं है। वो खुश है कि मैं गोल्डन चेन पहनूं, इसमें वो खुश है। एंड दे आर फाइंडिंग समवन ऑल्सो कि जो भी आगे आई डोंट थिंक कि मुझे कभी धारण करने दिया जाएगा। तो मैं बस ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि पता नहीं कभी कोई डिवोटी विल एक्सेप्ट मी और नॉट एज अ डिवोटी। गोविंदा एक्सेप्ट करेंगे ना मुझे ऐसे?
प्रभु तो अगर कंटी वंटी देखने लगे तो फिर आधा से ज्यादा विश्व तो फिर रिजेक्ट भी रहेगा। प्रभु कंठी is on the kantha, which is part of the body. Krishna doesn't even see the body. He loves us as Atma. But for us to realize that, we have to follow the process. It is not for Krishna's benefit. It is for our acceptance of Sharanagati.
I do want that, but actually मुझे allowed नहीं है और I don't think in future मुझे कभी allowed भी होने वाला है।
How old are you, Mataji?
I'm 27.
Okay. I don't think you should worry about people around you. You're pretty old enough. If you were 7 or even up to 17, I would say yes. But now you're...
But still कुछ लोग मतलब sometime हिरण्यकश्यप के घर में भी कोई पैदा हो जाता है, लेकिन but I'm not saying that my parents are so sweet, but still they want, उनको लगता है कि इसी में मेरी खुशी है शायद कि
Why
मैं
don't you wear a
material
kanchi with gold in it? There's kanchi with gold also. So you tell them, this is a nice gold necklace that I got. So they're also happy, you're also happy. There's a lot of nice design necklaces that are out in the market, especially for Matajis. Of course, we Prabhujis, we have to wear the same thing. But Matajis have a lot of option, I believe. So maybe something like that will work. And also, if it's a problem, maybe after marriage you can definitely wear. There's no problem. You can.
मैं बहुत अजीब से कम्युनिटी से आती हूँ, तो वहां पे शायद आई डोंट थिंक कभी भी अलाउड होने वाला है, लाइक चांदी की थाली में हीरे खाओ टाइप ऑफ कम्युनिटी आई हैव. तो आई डोंट लाइक दिस. आई जस्ट वांट द लाइफ लाइक यू ऑल वैष्णव्स, एंड आई जस्ट वांट टू लिव लाइक दैट, बट they are not allowing me for this. So I just only want to ask that Govinda will accept me like this. I'm okay for that.
When he starts accepting, first thing he does is all that chandika plate and golden biscuit, he will take it away. Then we will be reduced to banyan leaf. Akinchani kritya padashritam ya karoti bhikshum patige haginam kenapyaho bhishana chaura idrik drishta shruto va na maya kadapi. So put your hand up and pray to Krishna and he will take care. Don't worry. And I pray that your chandi plate and golden biscuit along with your bhakti all remain intact. That's my prayer. Hare Krishna. We can pause here for now.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a very, very nectarian class. बस एक प्रभुजी मेरा रियलाइजेशन बोलना था कि आप जितनी भी क्लासेस लेते हैं और ये दामोदर अष्टकम के जितने भी 4 दिन रहे हैं, उसमें हम इतने तो नहीं है कल्टीवेट कि हम उस टाइम को रियलाइज कर पाए, पर आप जब भी बोलते हैं तो हमेशा ऐसा लगता है कि अच्छा ऐसा हुआ होगा, तो माइंड में वो पिक्चर लाइव चली जाती है. तो थैंक यू सो मच प्रभुजी, इतना दे रहे हैं आप उसके लिए, तो हमारा तो धन्यवाद भी बहुत कम है. तो थैंक यू सो मच प्रभुजी.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mataji. Thank you for the
हरि हरि
opportunity.
बोल. वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हिज ग्रेस अमरेंद्र प्रभु जी की जय, सभी
Srila Gurudev ki jai. ISKCON Guru Vrinda ki
की
jai.
जय.
Hare
हरि
Krishna.
हरि बोल.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.